my oldest son, he was hit 3 times in Iraq, and we're just now kind of finding out the problems of TBI. And for me, it's almost, I'm very proud of him and very proud that he served, but watching what he's going through now is very difficult. It's pretty tough, especially because his body's starting to shut down and he's in a lot of pain and he's a young man. And so it's really tough on the family. It's really tough on my wife. It's tough on our relationship, trying to figure out how to help him and try to get him the right care. But I don't think we know yet what or how to deal with TBI. And you can see it. You can see it on social media. On social media, you can see our buddies that they start rambling and talking crazy shit. And you're like, TBI. And it's every time. And it's true. It's what happened to him.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But I think it's really important that, there's more awareness around that now. And, but to your point, as it's still being figured out.
A special report on the hidden physical injuries devastating the lives of our war veterans and their families. Traumatic brain injuries can be caused by blasts from explosions. The shock waves can damage the brain, with repeated exposure increasing the risk. It can be very hard to diagnose, though, and is often confused with post-traumatic stress disorder, but its effects can be frightening.
Craig Harrison spent more than 20 years in the British Army. He served in some of the most challenging environments on earth. But his life since he left the armed forces has been so difficult, thoughts of ending it have become part of his routine.
I suffer from suicide ideation, so I constantly think about it all the time. Easiest way out. I'm constantly in pain from my hips, from especially my brain, and I get angry sometimes and I hit myself. That's how I cope. I just get so frustrated and angry with myself, and I don't know where to put this anger, so I just take it out on myself.
The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan were fought over many years, and a favourite weapon of the insurgencies in those countries was the improvised explosive device. Booby-trap bombs buried in the ground or hidden in buildings, triggered by the pressure of a footstep. But explosions big and small are, of course, the currency of all modern warfare, from airstrikes coming in to the ignitions which propel the bombs going out. Shockwaves from the blasts shake soldiers' brains, so that even if they escape obvious physical injury, the delicate balance of the mind can be upset. That effect has a name: blast-related mild traumatic brain injury.
If it's a particularly strong blast force that moves somebody, we're going to lose consciousness. We're going to see those acute signs that we'd probably call more a concussive injury. And to a degree, these might be as severe enough to cause bleeds on the brain. At a lower level, these waves will translate through the brain and translate through the body, but cause those kind of vibrations, which will cause micro tearing of the brain tissue. We're talking about changes of cognitive function, personality and behavior from immediacy of that injury, and that can be quite devastating for both the person that's been exposed to that blast, but also their family, their friends, everybody around them, because we see a sudden change.
Is it preventable, do you think?
In war, I don't think so. You'll always have concussions. You always have explosions. What we need to figure out is this war, the GWOT war, we've seen a lot of people lose limbs. Almost like back in the Civil War era. And so we kind of figured out how to do that with amputees and what right looks like, both physically and mentally. TBI, we haven't figured out. They've tried, they've done some tests, they've done some things, but it's still such an unknown science. I think that they need that you really got to put a lot of effort, and the NFL is doing a great job of trying to help with that because they're having the same issues with concussion. So, the concussion protocol for NFL players. Well, we don't have a concussion protocol. Our concussion protocol is, oh, you have a concussion? Okay, well, we're rolling out in about an hour. Let's go. I mean, that's our protocol. So we need to figure that out.
And early intervention, I assume, if you're able to detect it early intervention should play a key role in being able to prevent further damage, I guess.
And I think care, you got to have holistic care. You can't, we're kind of weird in the VA system where, oh, you broke your leg, so we'll provide you, 30% care for that. No, let's just go ahead and provide 100% care because there's second and third order effects, as we call it, other effects. There's a reason why that leg was broke, because he was blown out of his MRAP.
Yeah.
Right? And he has a concussion. So there's more to the story. But we can't get past that yet. And we really need to do a better job at that.